Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at what the next 72 hours has in store for you. Of course, any information you need to check on my other channels, book a personal service with me, whether that's a phone reading, video reading, astrology forecast, all that will be in my description box. And if you want to see future readings from me on the channel, or when I go live and take personal readings for you guys, hit that notification bell so you can get notified with the randomness and how I upload and go live. But let's jump in. So first three cards that we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Six, or is this the Six? No, the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and let me get this card. The Page of Wands. Okay, and then let's pull from here. And I'm going to tell you guys really quick the decks I'm using. I'm using the Monopoly Tarot for the tarot deck. I'm using the Sacred Symbols Oracle, which is this deck. And then the playing cards that I'm going to be using, this deck right here, is the, I always struggle with saying the name, the Leonard? Or the Lenormand, the Lenormand of Enchantment. I call them playing cards, but that's the actual deck name. Okay, give me three more cards for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So we also have Nature Spirits, Boundaries, and Veiled. We also have Stork, the Letter, and we have Tree. I got the Stork and the Letter for Libras. So if you have Libra in your chart, I'll definitely check out that reading. But let me sit on this energy for a second, and then we can go ahead and discuss what's here. So first thing that I'm getting, you could have a friends with benefits situation, or even just a lover in your life period, who could be gaslighting you or just very manipulative in their approach to how they handle the problems in this relationship. Okay. And just wanting to not take any level of accountability. For some of you, it just becomes more of a situation where they want to hold on to you tightly, but they could hold you like contempt or criticize you, beat you down for things that you've done in your past or in the past of the relationship itself. Okay, a lot of the arguments that you guys could have in this current moment could have a lot to do with them just projecting a lot of how they feel instead of just outwardly expressing how they feel. Especially if this is the person you may have children with or you may live with. It could almost become a situation where it's just too unbearable. Okay, you could be realizing that it's unbearable for you to be in a household where you have to argue all the time. And this may not even be also a lover. For some of you, the arguing piece in the household could be with just a really negative roommate or a family member. But you're very tired of the gaslighting. You're very tired of being in a situation where you have relationships in your life that you're kind of holding on to. But in the sense of you holding on to them, they're also holding you back. Now, beyond that, yeah, and this could even be in terms of family too. I do have the Ten of Cups in reverse here. You could start to realize that certain family members are not really in support of you unless you are doing them a favor. So during this time frame, you could have a family member ask you for money and you can't give it to them. And the one day you can't give it to them, they, are calling you out of your names. They are disrespecting you. They are, just not taking you in consideration at all. And this could be just very overwhelming. Now, kind of switching gears when it comes to career and your passions and whatnot, I'm getting this energy too where you could be in a career where you're making money, right? But it could require you to make, how do I say this? For some of you, it's either you have to make a sacrifice where you're making money, but you have to budget still. Whether that's because you have to pay bills and it just doesn't pay you enough for you to do like all the extra stuff, Or you could even feel just limited by your job. Like it pays the bills, but you want to advance further. And because you want to tap into your creative endeavors and you want to do this, you want to do that, you could feel kind of in a dilemma. Especially with the Five of Swords. Like you could feel this desire to maybe do something different, but are needing to come or overcome, a level of self-sabotage or getting into your own head, especially with the Two of Wands. It's the question of, do you continue on the path that you're on now or move in a different direction? Yeah, for a lot of you, it's like career-wise, you're not necessarily content. Whether it pays you or not, it just doesn't allow you to like shine who you are. Or it may not be a job where you're just super enthusiastic every single day in the way that you show up. It doesn't leave room for like creativity. Anywho, going deeper into the cards that we have at the bottom, we have the nature spirits, we have boundaries, and we have veiled. So this is just a reminder to go out into nature, okay? What could be very inspiring for you is going out into nature, is taking that walk, is making sure that you're remaining grounded, irregardless of the fact that you could be a parent or somebody who goes to work or has just day-to-day responsibilities. Just setting aside time for this will give you also a lot of peace of mind. Also, with boundaries being here, you're going to have to make it very clear on what you will and will not accept and what you will and will not do. This could be you having to stand your ground at work where a boss is trying to, make you work extremely long hours and not trying to pay you. This is you having certain roommates that are stealing out of your room and you having to set boundaries by locking your door or, making it clear that you don't like that. Okay, this is about honoring your space. And in any situation where your boundaries have not been in place before, you're going to feel this pressing need to reinforce them. All right, and know that there's a need for a healthy sense of boundaries, not in a sense where you're just closing yourself off. And I think that's where the Four of Pentacles comes in. It reminds us that if you don't have the right, or if you have unhealthy boundaries in place, it could almost feel as if you're holding yourself back from experiencing in the same breath. And we also have veiled here. So this is speaking to things not being all the way revealed to you in this current moment. You could, be blind to certain things or needing to be careful of purposely blinding yourself to the reality of your situation. But this is a reminder to just kind of be cautious about your next moves. Okay, and this is also reminding you to also be careful of what you say or what you put out into the atmosphere. Or even telling people your plans, okay? People can prey on your downfall, even from you just telling them that you want to open a store or you want to start a business. Now, looking at the cards that we have here, we have the stork, the letter, and the tree. So you could be hearing some news about a pregnancy here. This could have been some news that was actually kept from you for a little bit because this person may have not knew how, or did not know how to tell you. Yeah, did not know how to tell you. This could be you also giving birth to some sort of new business. You could be hearing some good news via, like I said, letter, email that you got approved for some sort of loan here. You could have a younger child that will get accepted into some sort of school. You can hear some good news about that. These are just some of the things that I'm seeing. I hope that this reading was helpful and that you took something from it. If you did, feel free to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.